Do I just go up? All right. Thank you.
Hello, hello! Welcome all to the 2022 Creative Youth Celebration organized by the Bay Area Creative Foundation. How is everybody feeling tonight? Let's hear it! Yes! Let's feel that energy. Make some noise. Right on, right on. I like that energy. So we've gathered tonight to honor the work and vision of young Bay Area artists whose talent and dedication shows us how powerful art can be when it's fully expressed. I'm Carlos Cabrera Lomelí, community reporter for KQED and your master of ceremonies for the evening. It is such a pleasure to be here with y'all, and to those watching us through the live stream, welcome. Please give yourselves another round of applause because what is happening tonight is something extremely special, coming together to honor the work of young artists. So let's hear it. Do y'all realize that the opening video we just saw was all original 2022 student artwork, including the music track? Were y'all blown away by Chris Boyachiv, the flute artist we heard earlier? Right? Yes, I know. Beautiful. Chris was a 2021 Presidential Merit Artist. He'll be attending Juilliard next year, so another round of applause for Chris. Big congrats. And for those watching on the live stream, Chris's performance was during our pre-show. We'll later hear from the Bromberg sisters, also 2021 Presidential Merit Artists. we'll have more wonderful surprises throughout the evening. So I'd like to welcome this year's Superior and Presidential Merit Artists and thank them and their families for coming. So excited to see y'all's work later tonight as well. Welcome and thanks to the 2022 Arts Review Panel, whose expertise has been essential to make this event happen. Some are here tonight. And of course, we want to thank the teachers and educators who partnered with the Bay Area Creative Foundation as they believe in the potential of their students. Thank you all for being here, and please sit, relax, and enjoy yourselves. One more thing. Throughout the event, let's please keep our phones on silent or on airplane mode to make things easier for our wonderful production team. But once we're done for tonight, please feel free to share any photos on social and tag the Bay Area Creative Foundation or use the hashtag 2022 CYA. So, on behalf of the board and staff of BACF, to all gathered here tonight, once again, welcome. And now I'd like to introduce the Bay Area Creative Foundation's Executive Director, Lonnie Rovzar, who has a long career in the Bay Area arts community, working with a variety of local art centers, organizations, and museums, and having served for a number of years on the advisory board for the San Francisco Arts Commission's gallery. She's also a practicing artist and photographer, so please join me in welcoming Lonnie.
Thanks, Carlos. Welcome. I'm Lonnie Rovzar, Executive Director of the Bay Area Creative Foundation. I'm so excited to be with you here tonight in person and via live stream, and to welcome you to the second annual Creative Youth Celebration held in honor of this year's Creative Youth Awards. Hello to our artists, to their families and their friends. Hello to our amazing Arts Review panelists, and the dedicated teachers and cheerleaders who helped champion the 2022 CYAs. The Bay Area Creative Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit established only 3 years ago. The motivation behind its founding was to celebrate and encourage creative experimentation and practice, especially in our youth. We want young creatives to know that their ideas have value and that they hold an important place in our community as thinkers, makers, and artists. To help encourage our mission, the Creative Youth Awards were founded as an opportunity for students to be recognized for their artistic expression and practice. The awards are open to all high school students in all 9 Bay Area counties. In our inaugural year, the CYAs received over 200 submissions, and we awarded more than $17,000 in cash prizes. Yeah. This year, through our increased outreach, support from our educator partners, and our repeat students, we tripled our submissions to 660. And I'm happy to announce we also tripled our awards. Very nice. Our 235 Merit Awardees will receive a combined total of $46,000 in cash. In addition, for a second year, every student who entered the awards received a free year-long membership to Masterclass and will have their work displayed in our online creative gallery. Artists, our hope is that this recognition will validate your belief in your artistic practice and to spur further exploration. The Creative Youth Awards and celebration may only take place once a year, but we hope that they inspire a lifelong journey in creative thinking and process. Please enjoy the show.
Like my sister Kate, shake it like a ball of jelly on a plate. My mama wanted to know last night. My sister Kate could do it oh so nice now. All the boys in the neighborhood, Katie could shimmy, I mighty cool now. It may be late, but I'll be up to date. When I could shimmy like my sister Kate, oh yeah, shake it like my sister Kate. I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. Up on me, so my mind has fled. I wish the things I think were real, and that there's something I can feel, something with some appeal. But when I can't put up a fight, I close my eyes until I'm right. I'll just turn off the light. Why should I feel all the things that I have lost, when all to do is turn it off?
Those are some highlights of the 2022 artists of the Bay Area Creative Foundation. Hi, everyone. I'm Laura Kakis-Serper, and it's my honor to be of service as the artistic director for the Bay Area Creative Foundation. In our inaugural year of 2021 last year, the Presidential Merit Artists Sophia and Kiara Bromberg captivated everyone at the Creative Youth Awards with a moving original song called Sapphire Flavored Rain. A year later, we're so excited and happy to have the sisters join us once again. Kiara, now a student at Pepperdine University, and Sophia, a senior at Marin Academy. You can come on up and, yeah, we want to see you. Last season, here they come. Sophia was featured several times on The Voice, including 2 at least episodes, and singer Ariana Grande was so moved she proclaimed her vocal talents as beautiful and well-oiled. And recently, Sophia filled the air with that same vocal beauty while singing the national anthem at the Golden State Warriors, I think just a couple weeks ago. So both Kiara and Sophia continue to foster their songwriting talents, both together in vocal artistry, collaboratively and individually. When times get tough, Sophia says, "Music allows me to calm down and remember what's important." Please join me, you already have, in welcoming Kiara and Sophia Bromberg, our 2021 Presidential Merit winners.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you, Laura. And that video. I don't know why, but I was just so incredibly moved by that video.
That was cool.
So we're so honored to be surrounded by all of you creative youth artists. And we got the award last year, but I hope we can apply again because this is such an amazing opportunity just to be standing in front of all of you guys. So.
Yeah, and we're going to be playing Best Part by Daniel Caesar, which was one of the songs that we submitted. And this song is very moving to us because we played it a lot during quarantine, and it helped us just come together despite the hard times and heal ourselves through music. So here we go. Hope you enjoy. Hey, hey, hey. You know, babe, Kiss me slowly, it's the sweetest thing, and it don't change. If I had it my way, you would know that you are. Ooh, you're the coffee that I need in the morning. You're my sunshine in the rain when it's pouring. Won't you give yourself to me? Give it all. Oh, I just wanna see. I just wanna see how beautiful you are. You know that I see it. I know you're a star. Where you go, I follow, no matter how far. If life is a movie, then you're the best part. Ooh, you're the best part. Ooh, best part. It's that sunrise and those brown eyes. You're the one that I desire. Hey. When we wake up, then we make love. It makes me feel so nice. You're my water when I'm stuck in the desert. You're the time I take from my haters. You're the sunshine of my life. I just wanna see how beautiful you are. You know that I see it. I know you're a star. Where you go, I follow, no matter how far. If life is a movie, then you're the best part. Oh, you're the best part. If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? Love me, won't you? If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? Won't you? If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? Love me, love me, love me, love me, love me. Love me, love me, love me, love me, love me. Love me, love me, love me, love me, love me. Love me, love me, love me, love me. Love me, won't you? Thank you.
Wow. I mean, I think it's fair to say that wasn't just a treat, that was a privilege. So thank you. Thank you to the Bromberg sisters. Wow. Incredible, incredible talent. So it is now my pleasure to present the founder of the Bay Area Creative Foundation, Dr. Emil Kakis, a longtime Bay Area resident and supporter of the arts. Dr. Kakis formed the Bay Area Creative Foundation to promote and recognize young artistic talent and creative thought. Arts education in schools doesn't always get the financial support that students need. So that's where the Bay Area Creative Foundation steps in. His passion is to support the creative efforts of our youth. So let's hear from Dr. Kakis in his own words through a video.
Being creative and taking that risk and effort to be creative enriches yourselves, enriches your lives. And creating the Bay Area Creative Foundation and the Creative Youth Celebration is really about providing that recognition, to give kids an opportunity to show off what they do and let us connect with them, see it, help them. And I think it's such an important part of having a great life.
My name is Emil Kakis, and I'm the founder of the Bay Area Creative Foundation. I started this foundation in order to celebrate creativity in our high school students. In school, they often don't get the support for being creative, and maybe they're not even recognized for it at all. And yet, in life, creativity is so important how we succeed, how we inspire others, how we soothe each other, and how we solve problems of society. The Bay Area Creative Foundation will help celebrate that creativity and support our students in developing their creative skills and celebrate them with each other, know that we believe in them, we support them, and we know the power of creativity to change the future. Thank you for coming and enjoying the Bay Area Creative Foundation.
There he is. Thank you, Dr. Kakis, for those inspiring thoughts, and we'll get to hear from him in person later on in the evening. So as Lonnie mentioned earlier, there were 660 submissions to the 2022 Creative Youth Awards. Each of our merit artists had their work evaluated through 3 rounds of review by our artist review panel, a total of 35 artists and creative industry professionals. This group includes Emmy and Oscar-winning film producers, artists currently working with Pixar and Skydance Animation Studios, photographers featured in places like the New York Times, published writers, academics, all skilled and passionate individuals who are dedicated to the artistic process and interested in sharing their wisdom with our youth. The review panel poured over submissions in 6 categories of art disciplines: creative writing, film, music, composition, music performance, photography, and visual art. A few of our panelists share their perspectives on the artworks they reviewed and give us a little bit of words of encouragement that they have for the 2022 Creative Youth Artists. Let's take a look.
The most interesting or inspiring thing about the 2022 CYA artists that I reviewed was the range in mediums and the subject matters. I was really impressed with how mature the work was and how relatable it was.
Every single one of them had a specific vision, and I didn't see anyone that didn't achieve their vision. I was really excited about the future of film and television and the arts.
I felt like I was experiencing something new with every single artist that I looked at. And I just thought that was really impressive.
There was the one 12-tone row piece that just blew me away. Whoever did that, kudos to you. There was also a jazz piece too. The soloists were so good. I thought, like, oh my gosh, this could be totally at the Village Vanguard in New York. And I was just blown away. I was like, who are these people?
There were moments where I could feel a student author was expressing an idea, and I sort of knew what that idea was already. And then there were other moments where the language took it, and it was sort of like watching the wind catch a kite, and the kite just suddenly takes off into the sky, and the poet's sitting there holding on to the string because the kite's about to lift them off the ground. And those were the moments that were so exciting for me, is where the words just took over like that wind and took the writing in a marvelous direction.
Creativity is difficult. Creativity is frustrating. Creativity is kind of a need that I think that we as humans all have. And so, but it's also extremely rewarding. And so creativity is the mechanism by which we solve problems. And when there's not an overt problem to solve, it's the mechanism by which we create new problems for ourselves to solve, to create beauty.
There's this, what I think is a mistaken notion that photography, when it's creative, has to record something extraordinary, right? And I actually think that when photography is at its best, it's actually recording something that we do every single day, or we walk by every single day and we don't even notice it.
I think creativity is everywhere in our life, and what we do as artists ultimately should extend into everything.
My encouragement for young artists would be to just keep trying. Music, I mean, it's a numbers game. Sometimes your stuff will get accepted, sometimes not, usually not. But you just have to keep trying. You just have to keep doing it over and over and over again.
Passion is the thing that's going to carry you through the difficult times. And film is a highly competitive industry. Passion will take you through it all the way to the end.
If you're composing a piece of music for an ensemble or an orchestra or a string quartet or any sort of performing group, you don't get to really have the payoff of hearing it until they play it live. I mean, that's when the music is fully made music. There needs to be a kind of internal mechanism that allows you to feel like you're creating something of importance and something that allows you to express yourself, even if the feedback won't be there for some time.
I think that it's important to remember and to celebrate how much courage it takes and confidence as well that it takes to create any kind of artwork, whether it's a painting or a sculpture or a photograph. Just putting yourself out there takes a lot of courage and confidence.
There is a lot of times when you put your best stuff out there and it isn't snapped up and appreciated. And what I've learned to do is to just appreciate the making of the art.
Well, it took a lot of hard work and determination, but I finally won some awards. And it does take a lot. It takes a little bit of luck, but it also takes you making your own luck too.
Wow. I mean, every single piece of the wisdom shared is absolutely correct, and I'm really glad that those artists got to share it with us tonight. And every artist that participated in the Creative Youth Awards was reviewed in a 3-round process by our panel of experts, who you got to meet some of, using a point scale with established criteria. The way the review process worked started off with the panelist scores, which were averaged. A select number of artists qualified for the finalist round, where reviewers ranked merit awardees and provided individualized feedback for the artists. There are 3 main levels to the Merit Award. The first level, the Special Merit Award, includes a $100 award. This award goes to 132 artists this year. That's right, 132. Then we have the Exceptional Merit Award that comes with $200. 69 artists will receive the award this year. That's right, yes. And finally, the Superior Merit Award. 30 incredible artists reach this level and will also receive a $500 prize. Many of you are here tonight, so congratulations. Right. And as mentioned, all artwork submitted to this year's CYA will be hosted in the Bay Area Creative Foundation's online creative gallery, launching in the next 2 weeks. So Laura, I think there's something extra as well.
Mm-hmm. Just in case you didn't hear Lonnie's mention, it's very exciting to tell you that each and every creative youth artist will receive 1 year of masterclass, a masterclass subscription. That's everyone who entered the CYA. It's fantastic. Yeah, for those who may not know, Masterclass is a premier online learning platform that streams lessons delivered by recognized masters in their craft. So it's a really great way to keep on learning and growing.
That's right. So all creative youth artists will have the opportunity to continue this learning, this growth all year long.
And on behalf of the Bay Area Creative Foundation, I'd really like to thank Masterclass for their ongoing support of our mission to help young artists develop their talent and their creativity. So let's take a peek at what's in store for all of you, some of the offerings on Masterclass.
10 seconds and counting.
9,
8,
7,
6,
5, 4,
3,
2,
1. That's where you start.
It is such a privilege to learn from those who are masters of what they do. One thing to keep in mind is that even when you've reached the highest level of your craft or your career, there will always be opportunities for us to keep growing as creators, as artists, as people. Creativity not only serves us to make beautiful or inspiring things, it is also what reminds us that we can do things even better in new ways that challenge our potential. Creativity is what makes growth not just possible, but also exciting. As a journalist, I have the chance to meet incredible people and tell their stories. I started off in print journalism, only telling stories by writing them. Actually, as when I was 6 or 7, when I first came to the US, I made my own little newspaper that was like comics and I don't know, it was weird. It was like a bunch of stuff in English and Spanish. But it was my little newspaper. And I would share with my neighbors, and this form of creativity helped me make new friends in this new place. And while writing is a great skill to have, and I kept cultivating over the years, I also learned that it's not the only way to tell a story. As I began learning and experimenting with photography, audio, video editing, podcasts, and social media journalism, the way I could tell stories changed entirely. Knowing how to edit a video story impacted the way I collected audio for a radio story, or how we structured a written story, and vice versa. The creative challenge posed by new mediums has improved my ability as a storyteller. And that is why it's such an honor to be in the presence of such creative people like y'all, because I get to learn from y'all. The way you see the world inspires us to continue growing. And all of y'all are incredible storytellers. And I hope journalism can get some of y'all to join us as well, because that's what makes a great journalist, and that's what makes great artists, the ability to tell an incredible story. So, in that same current, I'd like to introduce to y'all my predecessor as Master of Ceremonies for the 2021 Creative Youth Celebration, nationally acclaimed comedian, PBS host, and advocate for the arts, Dr. Michael Pritchard. Michael, through video, will share some of his own insights about the importance of creative work with y'all. So let's hear what he has to say.
Hi, everybody at Bay Area Creative Foundation. I'm Michael Pritchard. Last year, I helped create a nice night of memories and love for all of those who won awards. We all love you at Bay Area Creative Foundation, and we want you to participate in that community unity that builds the creative spirit in human beings and honors young people for their investment in the creative process: music, theater, art, dance, writing, screenwriting, animation. All these things, we honor you for being a participant with us in Bay Area Creative Foundation. When I was young, I started first to do stuff that was very creative in stand-up comedy, and then eventually in voiceover work. And there's a thing called neuroplasticity that means that for a lifelong person who's involved in creative arts and creative movements and painting and doing things that are important to the human spirits, being able to be resilient and compassionate and forgiving and self-accepting, those things are what we're all about at Bay Area Creative Foundation. Every one of us has an opportunity. When I first started to work out at Lucasfilm, I never knew I would be able to do things like this. The force is strong. another one of those things. Oh, homie, I can't take it anymore. No, you're going to get fired. Homer, thinking you're going to get fired. Those things happened because I pushed myself to believe that I had the ability to be an artist in being a voiceover person. I didn't know I had those talents until I urged through neurodiversity and neuroplasticity that feeling of creative spirit inside me. We ask you to join us in the community. Recruit your friends, recruit your families to participate with us in honoring those who bring glory and respect and honor to the arts in our community, and that creative spirit that can heal us and lift us and shift us and gift us. I'm Mike Pritchard. This is a good usage of money. And folks, the real successes in America aren't the people that love money and use people. They're the people that love people and use money. Bay Area Creative Foundation is yours.
Wow. No, we're going to be feeling all the feels, all the emotions tonight. That was incredibly wise and powerful words from Dr. Pritchard. Thank you. And a reminder, so if you see something that you'd like to share on social media from today, remember, tag the Bay Area Creative Foundation. They're on Instagram at bay.area.creative.foundation and use the hashtag 2022CYA. And now, the moment that we have all been waiting for, honoring our 2022 artists. We have 30 Superior Merit Artists this year. Please join me in taking a look at their creative work.
There is a mouth full of white teeth, reflective pearls half swallowed in capes of cherry.
Wow. Do y'all feel that? It's like a warm, fuzzy feeling in here. That's the feeling that art gives you, you know, that it's just being around art, being around creative people. It's a joy. It's a joy, and it's a blessing to share with y'all tonight. So now we're getting into the really, really exciting part, the 2022 Superior Merit Artist. Not all could be here tonight, yet from wherever you are, we invite you to receive your well-deserved honor. Please stand as your name is called and remain standing so that we may honor you individually and all together. And audience, let's hold our applause till the very end, all right? So, the 2022 Creative Youth Award Superior Merit Artists in creative writing are Maddie Black, Jamila Bowe, Manisha Murthy, Clark Schutz, and Zoe Edwards. Booker Wegner. Jeff Huang. In film, we have Jeff Huang, Mank Mez, Blaine Solis. In music composition, we have Kai Charp, Siddharth Pant, and Sebastian Weinberger. In music performance, our artists are Dustin Brashears, Kai Charp, Unsei O, Diego Ramil, and Kai Smith. In photography, our artists are Bella Dodds, Mason Roche, Argil Toole, Nusim Wangi, Zhang Jiang Yu, and Zohar Kennard. In visual arts, our artists are Nogo Altman, Isieris, Kathy Gao, Carolina Goodrich, Catherine Shea, Arya Jala, Natalie Nong, and Benjamin Wang. Congratulations, artists.
Congratulations again, Superior Merit Artists. What a joy. And as I was watching your film, I realized that many of you don't even know each other, yet you were collaborating with one another in art and music and visual collaboration. It was all there. And it made me think of, you may sit down if you wish. It's great to see you standing. We honor you, and we continue to honor you. Conductor Leonard Bernstein said that, and I'm just going to paraphrase something that came to my mind yesterday, the measure of success of great art is the extent to which it invites you in and lets you breathe its strange, special air. Thank you to all of you for that invitation to breathe the special air. And that's so important in these challenging times. So our gratitude to all of you, not only that we've just seen here, but throughout the Bay Area Creative Foundation. So now we are not alone in celebrating you all and in celebrating your creativity. Joining us tonight is the world-renowned vocal ensemble, Take Six, with a very special dedicated tribute to each of you, our creative youth artists. And those who are here and watching live stream, let's put our hands together for Take Six and their original song called Spread Love.
Hi, we are Take Six. We want to give a great congratulations to all the artists a part of the 2022 Creative Youth Celebration.
And to the Bay Area Creative Foundation, already thriving in your second year.
Here's to Dr. Kakis, who launched this great vision.
And here's to more years of growth. Young artists, we hope you keep on expressing yourselves through the arts.
And keep giving the world this gift.
behind him somebody who declares he's got it made. He won't admit it, but it's just a masquerade. He's a modern day deceiver with a case of falsehood fever. What a shame. Whoa, it's ugly. And then there's dear old sister Sarah, ain't she sweet? She gets the word, next thing you know, it's in the street. By the time it's been repeated, all the truth has been deleted. Oh, what a shame. It's another game. Lord, seems like everything we hear is just a tale. But I ain't got time, never, ever find the love. Set us with the lies. The truth is not a sky. I've often said love could open any door. Oh, but I wish we had much more. Love is what we need. There's a family, but we'll just call them green. They have subscriptions to the Gossip magazine. With a twisted sense of vision, they treat rumors like religion. What a shame. It's the same old way. These days it seems like everything we hear is just a tale. But I believe in something that will never fail. Yeah. Instead of spreading lies, hey. Please God, I've often said love could open any door. But I wish we had much more. Love is what we need. What the world needs now. I'm telling you, love is what we need. Oh, what we need. What the world needs now. We need more love. Love is what we need. Spread love. Let us speak lies. You know the truth is love. The sky. Love. Go bananas. But I wish we had much more. Love is what we need. Hey, let us spread the love. I've often said love, open any door. Hey, spread love. Oh, let us spread the lies. Spread love. Truth needs no disguise. But I wish we had much more. Love is what we need.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Emil Kakis. I'm the founder and president of the foundation, Bay Area Creative Foundation. I have another foundation, sorry. I do a lot of foundation things. We got to try to fix the world. You can't fix everything, but you kind of do what you have to do. And in the art, you know, people say, there's not enough art and music support in schools, and I decided I wasn't going to fix the school system. I can't do that. Who's going to do that? But we can do Bay Area Creative Foundation, and we can celebrate creative art, and we can do it ourselves, and I don't have to pass a bill to do that. So you've heard a little about why we started to help celebrate the art, and I honestly, one of the great reasons is to sit there and just watch all this stuff that gets done, right? It's powerful, and I look through all the submissions myself as well, and it's very inspiring to seeing everything people are doing and how advanced they are at a young age. So we've really enjoyed it. And I want to thank everyone now who's putting on the event tonight, because they've done a phenomenal job, haven't they? The Bay Area Creative Foundation team. I also want to thank the team from Ultragenics. This is the company that we have where you are. This is the Ultragenics campus. who also helped and get this put together. So, in thinking about last year, we were really surprised how successful we were and how much we touched a nerve in people's feelings about art. And it didn't matter whether we're talking about students or parents or teachers or reviewers. There's a lot of energy in this issue, which felt like they felt what I felt, which is that we're not doing enough and we need to recognize it more and people want to help. Because of that, we decided to invest more, make it bigger, hired an executive director in Lonnie Ravzar, who's doing a terrific job. Thank you, Lonnie. Triple the size and everything else you saw it. Now, part of last year's award, we decided we would have a presidential award. The concept was we would pick one thing that was the most special, the one most impactful. However, when I got done with it, I couldn't pick one. I ended up picking 3. I picked 3, and I realized that was good. Of course, this year, in trying to pick the presidentials, I couldn't pick 3. I ended up picking 4. The truth is, there were a lot of the artists, as you saw, a lot of spirit artists that were right there. And in trying to pick a presidential award, I had to come up with what really mattered. And the way I look at the award, really there are 3 things I'm looking for in picking the presidential award, which is, the first is how much creativity is in there. How much did they put into it? How much did they come from nowhere and create something? And the more creativity, the more powerful I thought it could be. The second is impact. That is, how much did it affect me? How much did it make me think about them, what they did, and what was done? The impact is something that sticks with you right after you finish watching and makes you want to go back and watch again. And the third thing is my sense of where the talent of this person was going, what their future was going to be like. Were they going to go somewhere? Could I feel that? Now, I think that all the Superior Merit winners, and really a lot of the merit winners, could go and do many things. So it's not that these are the only ones that could, but these are the ones that stepped up at this moment with this particular contribution and made me think, this person's going to do something, and I'm going to watch them. And I feel like I've done pretty well so far. Like last year, the Bomberg sisters, I'm very excited to see them on The Voice. So I could pick like the 3 chairs turning. That was good, right? And they did phenomenal. That was just phenomenal today. Wow. It was really good, both sisters. Now, also you heard from our flutist, who's phenomenal, and he's going to Juilliard, he told me today. So that's great. And the video artist from last year is going to UCLA Film School, which is one of our current ones today, apparently also going to go there. So they've done very well. And so we picked the ones that I felt had that most creativity, the biggest impact, and where I saw the future very clearly in these people. And I think there's so many more out there, but I was very excited. So we'll now go to the video, and you'll hear my comments about the art. Thank you. Band Loud and Unlucky by Loud. Ryan Farber, guitar, bass. Meredith Hute, vocals. Sky Lannon, drums. Nick Oakes, lead guitar. This track starts off with a powerful beat and sound that is immediately engaging, tight and driven. You want to hear more. The song itself is great, and the performances in music and singing create a professional level performance. The high school and 1 middle school musicians on this track put an incredible track together that was based on the songwriting, the orchestration of the parts, and the performance to make one believe that they have something special. Lots of creativity to put all the parts together. We greatly enjoyed the whole performance and felt lucky, not unlucky, to review it.
Basically, this was one of the first songs we ever wrote. We were like kind of dabbling in writing music and like trying to see what worked. And I remember one day we all came into practice, and Nick had written the main riff. and we all thought it was really good. So we decided to take that and kind of build on it, and eventually we made it into a full song. And then Mary eventually added lyrics.
It was just fun playing with people who were higher level, and this was like our first finished original song.
We had a lot of fun, like getting together, writing music, and then playing that music. Like it just kind of gave us, I want to say, an escape, sort of. Like it just gave us a time to be ourselves and do what we wanted and have a good time.
It's good to get it out, to be creative, you know, an outlet.
I want to thank the foundation and everyone in the band and Ryan for submitting it.
It's quite a surprise to me because Ryan didn't tell me, or I don't know if he told anybody else before he submitted this, but it's a nice surprise to collect royalties on a song.
Jenna Miller, Unzipped. Unzipped is a story of self-discovery and a family that starts innocuously enough with the family shopping in a grocery store, leading then to the first revelation of a son that's hiding his inner identity to comply with expected norms. Watching the story unfold as the main character dives deeper into his conflict, his family worry about him, and then he crafts a dress and finally reveals his true self to his family is an incredible climax. All of this is told through the visuals and actions without words, and yet we know exactly what is going on. The precise clip at the moment of the family discovery, but before the reaction occurred, was inspired. A great piece of filmmaking tells a story that might take an hour in just a few minutes of well-cut, well-designed, well-shot film. Congratulations to the filmmaker.
Hi, my name is Jenna Miller. I'm a senior at Terra Linda High School in San Rafael. So I submitted a short film called Unzipped. It follows a character who explores their own gender expression through making a dress. And the character struggles with acceptance and finding themselves. And what inspired the piece was really coming back to school after almost a year of online learning. And what I realized was a lot of the kids my age had started dressing differently from when I saw them almost a year ago. But with that, I also overheard conversations of people discussing which articles of clothing made someone queer or made someone a certain characteristic related to sexual identity or gender identity. And that really inspired me to make a film that had no dialogue or no kind of clues to connect someone's gender expression to their identity, and to kind of make a statement that those can be two separate things while also following the powerful story that is exploring your own expression. In the filmmaking aspect, I got to grow as a filmmaker and learn from my mistakes. In a storytelling way, I struggled with the ending of the film. I actually shot it two different ways, with the reaction from the family in the film and with no reaction, leaving the audience wondering. And when I was editing and I was deciding which ending to choose, I asked the help of my family and my friends who had helped contribute to it, and we decided to leave the audience wondering, and I think that was a great choice. And a lot of people have commented that it was a great choice, and so I think that was a difficult part for me, but I got my friends to get me through it. Well, first, I'm so grateful to the Bay Area Creative Foundation for this opportunity, first of all, to bring creatives together and uplift creative youth. I think it's so important that we get, some recognition and this opportunity to share our work outside of our school and outside of our small communities. I'm also very grateful for the prize. I'm going to be using it towards my education, where I'll be pursuing film as a profession. So I'm just so grateful that this organization exists and that I got to be a part of it.
Sarah Uda, The Funeral, an oil painting. There were many great and striking physical art and photography pieces, but The Funeral is the one that causes you to pause and grips you with the depth of the sadness expressed. It's so hard to create emotion in a face for any artist at any age, but this work reminded me of the Goya black paintings in a Madrid museum. With the expression and the mood, they're so compelling. A real masterpiece of effort doing something very hard to do, which is facial expression. The artist has a clear command of her painting and the deep connection to her emotion that she can put that emotion in paint on canvas. Thanks to the artist for sharing so effectively her emotion in oil.
My name is Sarah Oda. I go to Ames College Prep High School, and I'm in 12th grade. At the time it was created, my dad had lost two siblings on his side of the family, like around the same time. So it was kind of in response to the reaction I saw from those deaths. And they, just in general, they got me thinking more about the topic of death. I guess like the reason why I was interested in oils is that I find it to be a very honest and patient medium. Honest in that, like, if you compare it to acrylics, for example, if you mix a color in acrylics when it's wet, it's like different than when it's dry. And I guess you could get over that by just like with practice, because you could predict what the color will be like. But with oils, what you get is what you see, and it doesn't dry as easily. So there's like a lot of room to fix your mistakes. And I just like that about it. I guess just thank you. I actually was doing a lot of like work in arts advocacy this year, and it's very interesting to see how like below standards current California schools are with like supplying the arts and just like arts education in general. So it's good to see that there are organizations out there that do prioritize it and like see its importance, because I feel like it has gotten me through a lot over the years, and I feel like it could definitely benefit other like youth, or not even just youth, just like anybody in general. I think it could benefit everyone, and they just don't know it because they're kind of like conditioned to think it's like the less important subject. So yeah.
Noah Zebley, Barry saxophone solo, jazz with improv, Sonny Stitt's The Internal Triangle. The baritone saxophone performance was striking for the complexity and fluidity of the playing. We don't often see a Barry sax cranking the parts meant for an alto or tenor sax, and the speed and chord changes being followed were amazing. The player's into it deeply and melodically, and you find yourself cheering for her like you're in a jazz club. I can see her playing as a guest soloist out in front of Marcel's crew as the young star.
Hi, my name is Noah May Zebley. I am a senior at Horizon Center for Independent Study. The piece I submitted was Sonny Stitt's The Eternal Triangle, and the changes are based off of George Gershwin's I've Got Rhythm, and The Eternal Triangle has an alternate bridge. What inspired me to create this artwork was actually I was practicing it really hard for another ensemble I was doing, the Next Generation Jazz Orchestra, and I figured I was already practicing it super hard, I was in it, I was focused on it, so I was like, let's submit it for the Bay Area Creative Foundation. Rhythm changes in The Eternal Triangle are a classic part of the jazz repertoire, and I hadn't really focused a lot on them before, so I was super excited to finally take on this major piece that every jazz musician has to learn, and to really get into the nitty-gritty of it all. It was super exciting, and I was just having a really great time. So, even though I was super excited to play The Eternal Triangle, it is a really hard tune. There's a lot of changes and they move by super quickly, and so with a lot of time and a lot of hard work, I came to a point where I was feeling more comfortable with it, more confident, and could have a lot more fun with it. As a musician and as a jazz musician, we call it playing. And that is my favorite part about it. You're supposed to play. You're supposed to have fun. It is just a playground of exploration. I would love to share my gratitude to the Bay Area Creative Foundation. I am so grateful to have been chosen out of all of the other amazing, wonderful applicants. And I would also like to share my gratitude for the work you do. Creativity is so important, and I'm so glad that the message of creativity is being shared throughout the Bay Area.
Wow. Oh my goodness. It is right. Oh my God. Are y'all feeling that? Wow. It is just something else. And every single one of these works, again, is an incredible, just tells an incredible story, both of the work and of the artist. So as a presidential awardee, artists have their work highlighted on the online creative gallery, receive feedback on their submission from the review panel, a free one-year subscription to Masterclass, and a cash award of $1,000. So, right? To present the presidential awards, I have with me Dr. Kakis, the creative director, Laura, and of course, and the director of the foundation, Lonnie. So I'll be reading out the name of each awardee, and when your name is called, please come up to the stage to receive this great merit. So let's begin with music composition. We have Ryan Farber, Meredith Hute, Sky Lannon, Nick Oakes, aka Loud, for Unlucky. Beautiful, beautiful smiles, please. Yes. And now, the presidential awardee for film, Jenna Miller, for Unzipped. And for visual art, please congratulate with me Sarah Oda for The Funeral. Gorgeous. Lovely, lovely. And last but not least, please join me in congratulating Noah Zebley for her performance of The Eternal Triangle by Sonny Stitt for music performance.
While Noah is exchanging the glass for some brass, that kind of tells you what might be coming next here. Noah, while you're getting your instrument, we get a treat. We get to hear Noah play live for us. So when Noah gave her interview, you heard her talk about play, and it's so essential in creating art. And Noah also talked about discipline, and it made me think of this quote you might know, Noah, by John Coltrane. He says, your fellow sax player, invest in everything you do. Invest in it. There's fun in being serious. I think that's that balance between the two. So Noah had hours of dedicated work to bring you a part of the National Youth Orchestra for Jazz. She was a part of the next generation of jazz combo in 2022, the premier youth combo in the whole country, in the nation. Of course, we didn't know any of this when we reviewed her work, but her work spoke for itself. The National Youth Orchestra for Jazz, and more accolades, including the Bay Area Creative Foundation Presidential Award. So many and so numerous. We're also going to be welcoming bassist Lorenzo Walchko. Yeah. And how the two of them met was at the SF Jazz High School All-Stars, which is a really renowned privilege to be a part of that ensemble. So this duo from SF Jazz High School All-Stars and Noah Zebley is going to play for us now, Sonny Stitt's Eternal Triangle. Congratulations, Noah.
Wow. Please, one more time, one more time. They make it look so easy, you know. Unfortunately, it's not. So once again, a congratulations and a shout out to all the awardees and all those present here tonight and those who have watched us through the live stream. We hope that BACF inspires your creativity, not only for projects, but also throughout your lives. Each and every one of you are valued contributing artists. And art challenges, art grows. It's a passion, and I think one of the artists that in the review panel mentioned this, but it's passion that's going to help you through the lows and the highs. So cultivate that passion, foster it, water it, because getting to your dream, that's only half the journey. Passion is going to see you through. So hold on to that with as much love as you can. And I'd also like to share a special thanks to the BACF staff and board, and again, to all of y'all here. Please follow the Bay Area Creative Foundation on Instagram to get the latest updates on the 2022 Creative Gallery. If you post any photos or videos from tonight, make sure to tag the foundation and use the hashtag 2022CYA. So, creativity is growth, and make sure to join us again next year. Keep creating, and thank you so much. One more time, a round of applause to close the night.
I know somebody who declares he got it made. He won't admit it, but it's just a masquerade. He's a modern day.
And as we conclude this part of our celebration, I'd like to make a special shout out. As you know, we're don't head out yet, folks. There's a little note. It's a special shout out to the CYC event staff, Repertoire Productions, the BACF team and board, the Ultragenics team. Thank you to the friends and family of the 2022 artists and all those who made this year's Creative Youth Awards a success. And before you go, please join us for dessert celebration next door. That's right, dessert. We got it all for y'all, folks. We got it all. So who knows, we may even have a spontaneous dessert music celebration that includes Noah Zebley joining the Kite Sharp Trio, the crossover that we need. Thank you. So that is all. Get some dessert, y'all.
I know somebody who declares he got it made. He won't admit it, but it's just a masquerade. He's a modern day deceiver with a case of falsehood fever. What a shame. Whoa, it's sad. And then there's dear old sister Sarah, ain't she sweet? She gets the word, next thing you know, it's in the street. By the time it's been repeated, all the truth has been deleted. Oh, what a shame. It's another game. Lord, seems like everything we hear is just a tale. But I ain't got time, never ever find the love. Oh, set us spread the lies. The truth is not a sky. I've often said love could open any door. Oh, but I wish we had much more. There's a family, but we'll just call them green. They have subscriptions to the Gossip magazine. With a twisted sense of vision, they treat rumors like religion. What a shame. It's the same old way. These days it seems like everything we hear is just a tale. But I believe in something that will never fail. Yeah. Instead of spreading lies, oh, you please die. Love could open any door, but I wish we had much more. Love is what we need. the world needs now. I'm telling you, love is what we need. Oh, love is what we need. What the world needs now. Love is what we need. Spread love and let us let know the truth is known. The sky, love, go begin to know. But I wish we had much more love. Love is what we need.